If you've been watching the videos and employing the tactics that I've showed you to find birds, one of the things you will quickly realize is there are so many species out there to identify, and it becomes fun to try to see how many species you can see. What a lot of birders do is have a life list, and this is the number of species that they have seen over their entire lifetime. It's a super fun thing to do. What I'm gonna do today is offer you some tips on how to maximize the number of species that you find. One of my favorite things about birds is that there are so many species out there to identify. When I travel, I love to look for new species, but honestly, you'll find that there are so many species just right where you live. My first tip is to go to different habitats. Anytime you go to a different habitat, you will definitely find new species of birds. Some habitats you might want to consider exploring include grasslands or prairies, forests, wetland areas, including swamps, rivers, lakes, oceans. Anytime you visit any of those new habitats, you're going to see different species. In the first video on bird migration, I talked about edge habitat. A great place to go is where an open area meets a more forested area, like a grassland, a prairie, or wetland meeting a forest edge. You'll see lots of species there. Another tip is to go at different times of the day. For instance, if you go at dusk, you have a good chance of seeing owls. My next tip is to go with experts. Explore your community to see if there are guided bird walks or nature walks. Here, I joined a local birding group, but there might be organizations such as the town or local nature centers that lead nature walks. Those are great opportunities to work with experts. They know birds so well. They're going to be able to find birds that are really difficult to see, give you incredible tips. They often have really great equipment like spotting scopes, and they're going to introduce you to species that are really hard to identify. This week I went with that group and I was able to add about 10 new species to my life list. Another tip that I've mentioned before in a previous video is to use the Merlin Bird ID app. This app uses birdsong to identify individuals within the areas. So then you can see what bird is calling and look for that species. This has increased my life list so much and has overall improved my birding skills a lot. And then my last tip is whenever you're traveling, take advantage of it. Anytime you go to a new geographic region, there are going to be new species of birds. One of my favorite things to do when I go to a new country is to buy a bird book. And all of the species there are completely new for me. It's so exciting. Those are my best tips for increasing your life list. Let me know in the comments some really cool birds that you've seen. Next week in the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club, we're gonna start a new topic. To get the step-by-step activity guides, questions, and worksheets that go along with this video, make sure to enroll in the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club. You'll get the chance to join a community of other parents who are excited to get their kids outdoors, connect with them and me, a real wildlife biologist. Once you start going outside, you're going to find that your child is so curious about the natural world and that there is so much out there to discover.